Hello and welcome to this two-part series that will give you a more in-depth look at Greninja. For part 1, we'll be going over some advanced techniques and we'll be ending with a giant set of possible follow-ups you can perform as Greninja, plus a couple of useful strings you can pull off. In part 2 we'll be going over even more strings and combos, as well as tips for competitive play, options to apply pressure, ledge options, and more. So, let's begin! For this video I'll be showing off 6 of Greninja's personal advanced techniques. These are Platform Shadow Sneak, Running Shadow Sneak, Shield Shadow Sneak out of a shield, Up Air Spiking, and Fast Fall Neutral Air. We'll start with Platform Shadow Sneaking, as this one is pretty simple. First thing you will need to know is after performing this technique, your trajectory will always be pulled in this direction. Think of it like a magnet at the bottom left of the screen. No matter what direction you face, you will always be pulled towards it. First of all, you will want to let your shadow sneak out in any direction, be it towards your enemy, etc, etc. After letting it loose, jump to the platform level above you as seen in the video here. Then let go of the B button and Greninja will shoot forward, but at the same time he will also fly downwards diagonally, increasing the area of effect for your attack. Where you will come out will also depend on how far away your shadow is from you also, so try to keep an eye on where your shadow is at the same time as performing this technique. This trick can be performed on any platform like this and can be done in any stage that has platforms like this. You can also do it on moving platforms as shown. Referring back to what I said earlier, it's a good idea to manage the position of your shadow to determine where you will reappear in order to actually hit someone with it. This technique, in my honest opinion, might come in useful in certain situations. You need to judge where someone is in the air or on a platform in order to hit them correctly whilst also focusing on the placement correctly. It takes a little bit of practice, so try to see what you can come up with. Next up, I'll be showing you how to perform the Running Shadow Sneak. If the name of this wasn't obvious enough, the outcome of this will leave Greninja running whilst his shadow is in front of him. For your own sake, I will personally say that this does take some practice to get correctly consistently. Firstly, you're going to want to dash and then press the B button whilst dashing, but obviously if you press it too early or too late you're going to end up sliding along like this. So you need to find that sweet spot for the timing. So if we look at this a little slower, we can tell what part of Greninja's initial dash animation lets us actually do this. I released the Shadow Sneak around here. Doing it at this moment will allow me to continue running after releasing it instead of stopping. I honestly cannot 100% tell you the timing, you just need to practice doing it until you get it right. This can be very useful for confusing your opponent. I spoke to a couple of people and they let me know that they predict the Shadow Sneak because Greninja will instantly slow down. So what we get from this is that if we do a running Shadow Sneak, people won't be looking for the shadow directly. So use this technique to confuse your opponent. Next up will be Up Air Spiking. This is by far one of the most useful techniques because of how many follow-ups it can have and how many combos you can pull off with it. For starters, let's say we knock our opponent into the air by using an up tilt, and then we want to pull them back down. We do the up tilt, then jump up to them and perform our up air. As our up air hits, you will want to use the fast fall straight away. That way our opponent will be pulled straight back down. Here are a few moves that you can use to follow up with an up air spike. Down air, up tilt, up throw, down tilt, and dash attack. You can also follow up from an up air spike by using jab combo or an up smash. There are many others that you can use, so explore your options. Next up is Shadow Sneaking while shielding and Shadow Sneaking out of a shield. We'll start with Shadow Sneaking out of a shield. This is super simple and incredibly easy. As you know, whilst in shield you can slowly tilt your control stick in a certain direction and your shield will move around. If you move your shield to the left or right you can actually release the Shadow Sneak whilst in your shield. This will cancel your shield though. You can use this technique to surprise someone attacking your shield. To perform a Shadow Sneak whilst keeping your shield up throughout it, you need to time your button presses correctly. It works kind of similar to running Shadow Sneak. The best way of practicing this is to hold left, then try to perform it. What you will want to do is hold left, shield, and then hold B at the correct moment. If timed correctly, your Shadow Sneak will be released and you will still be in your shield. The timing for this seems to be very precise, so once again, let's slow down the video to get a better look. As you can see here, I shield, then I release my shadow sneak here. Finally, we'll talk about fast falling neutral air. This one's pretty damn simple and can follow up into a lot of different moves. Usually after performing a short hop nair, you will have to wait till you're a little bit lower to perform an attack that will do any damage. But if you perform the nair, then instantly after pressing the A button we perform a fast fall, we can hit the move quicker and earlier. This technique can be used in a few different situations. My only recommendations were to be very careful when using this off stage, as this move has a lot of lag after being performed. That's all I really have to offer in the way of advanced techniques. Let's get on to some combos and follow-ups you can perform. Take note that these were all tested on Captain Falcon CPU in training mode, so depending on the weight of your opponent mixed with move scaling, these percentages will obviously change a little, so keep that in mind. Take away from these what you can. After practicing them enough, try to combine some of them together. Here are a few follow-ups that have been stringed together to make a nice combo. I'll be making more of these kinds of videos in the future, so keep your eye out, but for now, why don't you check out this Pikachu overview I made. Also, huge credit to 10-year warranty and Zero White Ray. Without your discovery, some of this video may not have even been possible. Another big thanks to Martin AW4 for producing this thread on Smashboards displaying a bunch of combos Greninja can do. This was super helpful in finding the correct percentages for these combos, and also added 1 or 2 combos to this video. I've left the link to this thread in the description if you want to learn even more combos.